Have you ever felt like someone was really eager to be with you, maybe even a little too eager? Sometimes it's nice to be wanted, but other times it can feel overwhelming when someone seems desperate. When a guy is desperate to have you, he might do things that seem over the top or too much, too soon. Desperation isn't just about liking someone a lot. It's when someone's actions start to feel like they're too intense or too frequent, and it seems like they're not really thinking about what you want. This can make you uncomfortable because relationships are supposed to be about both people feeling happy and respected. In this video, we're going to look at 10 signs that a guy might be desperate to have you. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. Make sure hit subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Now let's start. Number 1. He overwhelms you with messages and calls. One sign that a guy is desperate to get you is if he texts you a lot and calls you more than seems normal. Even when you don't have a chance to respond to his previous messages, he sends more. This can feel overwhelming because he needs constant contact with you. If you don't answer right away, he may respond quickly. For example, if you take a few hours to respond to his texts, he might send you follow-up messages asking if you're okay or if you're upset with him. This behavior shows that he is worried about how much attention you give him. In addition, his messages may be full of big statements about how he feels. He may say things like, "I can't live without you," or "You're the only one," very early in the relationship. These strong feelings, shared so quickly, often indicate that he is trying hard to get you emotionally attached to him. Number 2. He tries to rush the relationship. A desperate guy can push the relationship to get serious too quickly. He may talk about being special only after a few days, or he may want to introduce you to his family right away. He seems to be in a rush to shut things down before you get to know each other well. He may plan big, romantic gestures considering how long you've known each other. For example, he might buy you expensive gifts or plan a fancy trip together. Although these actions may seem sweet, they can feel overwhelming very quickly. This rush may include making plans for the future, assuming you will always be together. He might talk about your future children, where you'll live together, or how you'll vacation over the years. His eagerness to plan your life together may not dictate what pace you are comfortable with. Number 3. He agrees with everything you say. A desperate guy may seem to have no thoughts of his own on the subject, but can always agree with your ideas. He does this because he thinks that agreeing with you will make you like him more. It may start to feel like he's telling you what he thinks you want to hear, not what he really believes. Regardless of his true tastes, he may go out of his way to like everything you do, from your favorite music to your favorite food. He may begin to seem to have no interests or preferences of his own, which is not normal because everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Moreover, if you notice that he never brings up different ideas or engages in real discussions about different points of view, it could be because he is afraid that disagreement will push you away. Healthy relationships require open conversations where both can share their true feelings without fear. A boy who avoids these is not showing his true self. Number 4. He shows up uninvited. Sometimes a desperate boy can show up where he wasn't invited. He thinks that you might be happy to be surprised, but he might feel like he's not respecting your space. For example, he might show up at a party he knows you're at, or show up at your workplace for a surprise lunch. While surprises can be fun, it's also important to respect personal boundaries. Moreover, if he starts showing up at places you regularly go to, like your gym or your favorite cafe, without making any pre-meeting plans, it might seem like he's trying to track your whereabouts. Number 5. He neglects his own life. A desperate guy will start neglecting aspects of his own life to focus more on you. You may notice that he stops spending time with his friends or gives up hobbies that he used to love. He does this because he thinks that spending every possible moment with you or doing things related to you will strengthen your relationship. His conversations will only revolve around you and your relationship, ignoring his own experiences and personal growth. This lack of balance can be a red flag because in healthy relationships, both partners have their own lives and interests outside of the relationship. Number 6. He gets jealous easily. Another sign of disappointment is when a guy gets jealous easily. If you mention other friends or colleagues, he may react negatively or ask a lot of questions about who you were with and what you were doing. This type of jealousy stems from insecurity and fear of losing you, not genuine concern. He may not want you to spend time with other people unless he is included. Controlling who you see and what you do is suffocating. It is important for both people in a relationship to trust each other and have an independent social life. Number 7. He apologizes excessively. A guy might apologize too much for things that don't really need an apology. This can happen if he thinks that every little mistake can upset you or push you away. Constant apologies can make conversations difficult and awkward because they disrupt the natural flow of the conversation. Also, if he apologizes for things that aren't his fault or are completely normal behavior, it shows that he's holding you in high esteem. Number 8. He constantly seeks validation. A desperate man will often seek your approval in everything he does. Whether it's what he wears or decisions at work, he'll often ask for your opinion on his choices. He looks to you to make sure he's doing well, which can put a lot of pressure on you. This behavior shows that he values your judgment highly, but it shows a lack of confidence in his own decisions. In addition, he may be fishing for compliments or reassurances about how you feel about him. For example, he asked, "Do you really like me?" You can ask questions like, "Or are you sure you're happy with me?" These questions indicate that he is unsure of your feelings and needs constant reassurance to feel secure in the relationship. He may respond overly gratefully or enthusiastically to any praise or positive attention you give him. While it's normal to appreciate reassurance, overreaction shows that he's relying too much on your approval to feel good about himself. Number 9. He avoids discussing relationship issues. When problems arise, a desperate man may avoid discussing them. He fears that any conflict will lead to a breakdown. Instead of solving problems, he may change the subject or pretend everything is fine. This avoidance can prevent the relationship from strengthening because important issues are not resolved. He may be quick to agree with everything you say in a disagreement, even if it's clear he has a different opinion. This quick agreement is his way of ending the conflict quickly, but it does not genuinely address the underlying issues. Over time, this behavior can lead to frustration because his true feelings and needs are not heard. Moreover, if he uses compliments or rewards as a distraction rather than confronting issues directly, it is a sign that he is not comfortable dealing with relationship challenges. Number 10. He changes his opinions to match yours. A desperate guy can suddenly change his views to suit you. If he sees that you have a strong opinion about something, he may immediately follow your position, even if he previously felt differently. He was not open-minded to this shift. It's about him trying to make you think you're the perfect match. For example, if you tell him that you like a certain type of movie or music, he might start to take a keen interest in them, even if he didn't care for them before. While it's normal to develop new interests through someone you like, completely changing one's preferences to align with someone else can be a sign of disappointment. In addition, he may minimize or hide aspects of his personality that he thinks you might dislike. This concealment can prevent you from knowing the real him. A relationship should be built on honesty and acceptance of each other's true self, not just parts that seem agreeable.